First exam brief for February batch, the old batch, which is going to appear in Feb. Focus now. This will be on recording, so no need to write. Tentative exam date is 22nd Feb to 28th Feb or 27th. So 5 days exam window. You will get the exam link on first day or second day. This exam link will work one time and it will work till 27th. You can appear the exam anytime, day or night. You will click the link. You will have the email of the exam. You can open the email, you can read the instructions, but you should not click the exam link until you are ready. So only once you are ready to appear the exam, you will click the link because this link will work only one time. If you click it, some issues there, that is counted as one attempt. Okay. So make sure to be ready with a good mental preparation and good Wi-Fi. There are 50 questions, 100 marks, 60 minutes. First 10 minutes, first 10 minutes will be you will put on writing your details, name, mobile, email, and all those things. So approximately you will have at the end 50 minutes, 50 questions. So you don't have time to uh, find answers on Google or book. So only those people who read, they will pass. Passing is 60%. If someone scores less marks, so we change the mentor, plus you can appear the next window exam in August. All the questions will be based from the books. I will tell you about the study for the exam. Now, you can go back to previous question in the exam. There is a button at the bottom, left, previous, and forward. You can go previous question, but technically you will not have time to go back to previous question. And unless you have tick marked all the questions answers, you will not be able to submit. There is a button at the end, submit. So before 60 minutes, you have to click on the submit button to count as a submission. You have to appear exam before, as of now, this is a tentative date. You will get the confirmation of date by first week Feb, 22nd to 27th. So 27th Feb, 11 p.m. is the last window, will close. Now there are some students who have the habit of waiting till the last moment and they appear exam 10 p.m. 11 p.m. the window closes and because of 30 seconds they have some difficulty and they are like panic in the night. 11 p.m. what can I do? Nothing you can do, right? You cannot call me, you cannot call your relation manager, you cannot call your mentor, you cannot WhatsApp us in the middle of the night because I have instructed everyone to block those students and disqualify those students who call in the middle of night for exam reasons. If you are a real sincere student, you will appear in the daytime or night time, doesn't matter. But before the last day. Don't wait till the last day so that panic happens. There are some students who come, who WhatsApp me in the 5 p.m., 6 p.m. in the evening on the last day. So if you WhatsApp on the last day, it will be solved after 6 months. Very clear rule. So don't wait till last minute to appear your exam. If you have any difficulty before, except the last day, if you have any difficulty, it will be solved within this exam window. For example, what can be difficulty? You are not able to submit. That submit button, after that it is showing round because you have a poor network. Or suddenly there is a line failure, electric failure, Wi-Fi failure, or suddenly something happened, laptop crash. Now what to do? It will be solved. Don't worry. If you have some technical difficulty, if it is a real thing, sincere thing, we will track it and we will send you new link. To get a new link, what you will do? You will WhatsApp me your name, email ID, and the course. End. Forget that. And wait for 24 hours. Right? And preferably, I would like you to WhatsApp before 5 p.m. Okay. So that is another reason that you will not wait till last day for completing your exam. Unless you are like a very super legend who likes to take adventures. Right? And don't forget, I am your mentor of a super legends. So ultra legend mentor. So I will reply to that answer. If you send me a WhatsApp on the last day of exam, I will reply after 6 months. Okay. Questions. Anyone related to exam questions. I will tell you how to read for each subject. That thing I will take. Anything about the question, exam pattern? So you get the exam link on 22nd or 23rd. Now there are two exam versions. Before writing the questions, hold on. Yeah. Wait, dear, I will tell you, I will tell you. So before writing, now this 22nd is exam version 1 and there is a exam version 2 on 23rd. Those who get the link on 22nd, it is a difficult version. Those who get on 23rd, it is a easier version. So if you get on 23rd, it's good. Wait, right? So you are lucky. The system selects. We cannot allocate. Now, those who are like panic, sir, 22nd happened, but I have not got the link. Okay, here is your link. And they do not appear the exam. Those people, in my experience, those who are super panicky. Sir, when is my exam? Yeah. So I will tell them this is your date, but still they will ask, sir, I'm excited about the exam. Yeah. So these excited people will appear at the last moment of the exam and they fail also. So don't do that. Appear the exam anytime before the last day. Last day, if you want to appear, no problem. The window will still work. If you have technical difficulty, that will be solved after 6 months. Exam is MCQ pattern. All the questions, there are 50 questions, no negative marks, 60 minutes. Syllabus is from the book. Now, there are 3 parallel course for today's audience. So marriage, I will tell on Wednesday. This is psychology counseling. All the questions will be from this book. 50 questions from this book. The questions on medicines and side effect will not be asked. So don't worry. Questions will revolve on application based, the management part and the symptoms part. Right? All the questions from this book. If you have read the book one time, you will score more than 70%. If you have read the book 2 times, you will score more than 90%. Those who score highest marks in a batch, they get the outstanding student award. If you do not read the book and try to attempt the exam with your own knowledge, you will fail. 60% is passing. Then there is no option. Even if you fail by 1%, 2%, you have to appear in the August. Child exam. For child exam, there are again 50 questions, around 30 questions from child book and 20 questions from this book. So 20 questions from this book will be application based. So you have to read this book very carefully. The child book is a easier book and a short book. Okay. Fellowship exam. Fellowship students, they have 2 exams. First exam is the child exam, which is exactly as a child exam I told just now. And the final exam is a fellowship exam. For fellowship exam, you have 2 papers, theory and MCQ. You will get one single email. In the single email, there will be 2 links. The final exam of fellowship, you will get 2 links. One will be theory link and second will be MCQ link. First, you will appear MCQ exam. And the, probably you don't have this child syllabus. You have only one book because your course is psychology counseling. So you have only psychology counseling book. Now, this fellowship final exam, for fellowship student second exam, you have theory paper and MCQ paper. 2 links in the same email. You can click this theory paper, download it, save this Word file, start typing your answers, take 3 days, 4 days, and submit it back before 27th. But before doing theory submission, you have to submit your MCQs also. MCQ link will work only one time. You click the link, exam starts, your timer starts, 1 hour. Okay. For this was for fellowship students. Fellowship students have 2 exams. That is separate. For all other students, psychology counseling, masterclass school child parent counselor, and child and adolescent counseling, you have only one exam. 50 questions, all MCQ, 60% passing, 1 hour. Appear anytime, day, night, from your laptop, computer, iPad, whatever you have, with a good Wi-Fi. Okay. If you have technical difficulty, wait for next day to come. WhatsApp me your name, email ID, and the course. It will be solved in 24 hours. There will be no rapid response, no immediate response. Okay. I'm a completely retired person. So I reply after 24 hours. Okay. And I have told if you try to, like, there are some people who are very hyper excited and they pick up the phone and call in the middle of night their relation managers or their mentors or someone else. So I had told them to block this student and tell this student to contact me directly. Okay. So don't call in the middle of the night. It will not be solved. We are not, we are human beings. We sleep in the night. Okay. Now, good question, Alia. So I will take more of the fellowship. Shall I take separately? Yeah, people will get confused, I think. So see this presently, this session for exam brief is going for the previous batch. If you are from the new batch, either you just attend for your knowledge or you wait, you join after 10 minutes. Okay. Don't confuse other people by asking that question. If someone has a doubt, which whether you have exam in February or not, you can WhatsApp me separately. Don't ask on this group, people will get confused. Those who are new students, don't talk of the exam, don't hear also. You can exit this class, join after 10 minutes. Okay. Please exit the class, join after 10 minutes. New students. Yeah. Or you keep quiet. Huh. Sample question I will tell. Correct, correct, Suvira. Very good. So, and for child counseling course, the 20 questions from psychology book will be all application based. So you have to read it very well. If you read both the books 2 times, you are ready for the exam. Sometimes you might be afraid for the exam. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. If you are afraid, but you have read the book 2 times, you appear the exam. Sometimes you may be overconfident. Yeah, I know everything. Okay. And even without reading the exam, you will attempt, you will fail. Confidence will shatter. Don't do that. And your mentor will be changed. Questions, please ask the questions, everyone. Whichever course you have taken, you will get that certificate. Now, questions. Arti, you don't ask these questions. You ask me on WhatsApp presently. Everyone knows which is the child book. Huh? Questions? Other questions anyone has? Now I will come to the uh, fellowship exam. First, ask the questions, or you want to write some. Okay. Now, fellowship exam. For fellowship, you have two exams. If you are appearing first time, then it will be child exam. If you already completed child exam, it will be final fellowship exam. If it is a child exam, the same type as I told you now, MCQ pattern. If this is a final exam of your fellowship, you will have two papers. So in the same email, you will have two links, two papers, same time you have to appear. One will be theory. You click the theory paper, download it, save the file, type your answers, submit back in 3 to 4 days after submitting your MCQs before closure of your exam window. Okay. And for MCQ, all the questions will be MCQ and theory. For fellowship final exam, everything will be from this book. Okay. So 50, if, for MCQ, it will work only one time, 50 questions, 60% passing, 1 hour. You click the link, exam will start. For theory, there are 10 questions. You write down the answers. You can open the book. For theory questions, you are allowed to open the book because there is no time limit. You can read, open the book and type your answers. Okay. And for theory, you can write in the bullet points. So no need to write exactly the detail. So the length of answer is not important. Quality of answer is more important. I will tell some examples. So how to study well? Good question. So if you read the book one time, you will score 70%. You will pass. That is the best funda. You read the book once. If you read the book twice, you will score more than 90%. No other thing. Exam is not difficult. Medicine side effects, difficult question, values not asked. Exam majorly revolves around symptoms management, and how will you handle this client. Application based means you will be given a scenario. You are a counselor for a school. Teacher is coming to you with this complaint that the child is behaving like this. And what will you tell the teacher? What will you tell the parent? What will you tell the child? Right? You have a client coming up with this things. So this things matlab, that builds the diagnosis. And now following things you will tell the client. Following things you will not tell the client. Okay. So sometimes the question will say the symptoms, but it will not give you diagnosis, and it will not ask diagnosis also. It will ask the management part. So that becomes application based question. Options will be given for every question. Yes, dear. 6 months program, any 6 months program will have only one question, one paper, and MCQ, dear. Only 1 year fellowship has two separate papers. Good. Now the Megali has asked which are the topics I should focus on. Okay, I will take that. Now, no negative marks. So the best part is no negative mark. So you attempt all the questions. You can go back to previous question. If you have time, you can change your answers. But remember to click on submit button before 60 minutes. Also, uh, if you are not selected any one answer out of these 50 questions, it will not submit. So you have to make sure that you answer all the questions. Even if you're wrong, you try to attempt. How to prepare well. Okay. Yes, all the questions you must attend. Sample questions I will take now. Good, Tanya. So there is only one attempt allowed in this exam window. If you do not score well, you can appear in August. Not score well means less than 60, means you fail. So you can appear in August. There is no option to upgrade your marks. If you score 62, you are pass. You cannot say, I want to upgrade my marks. Hey, if you wanted to upgrade, you should have studied well, right? So there is no place for average people in the world. So either you fail or either you top. So there is nothing like I was average, now I want to upgrade. Nothing like that. World doesn't work like that. So there is a question, if we run out of time, if 1 hour is completed and you fail to click on submit button, no answer recorded, nothing happened. So your attempt is gone. Okay. You have to click the submit button by end of 1 hour. Few minutes, 1, 2 minutes grace, okay. But sometimes some students are there, okay, they appear the exam and in the middle they have something to work to do, they leave the exam, they go and come back after 4 or 5 hours and then click submit button. It is not going to work. Okay, your attempt is gone, answers are not recorded. You will get the email. After you submit, you will should get a email. Sample questions I will take, dear, I will take. Topics to focus, that also I will take. Theory paper is 100 marks, 10 questions. Or long theory questions, write in a bullet point. Length of answer is not important. Quality of answer is important for theory. Okay. Percentage is not mentioned on the certificate. Percentage is mentioned in the email result. You will get an email result. Now, sometimes some students, what they have autocorrect on in their mobile or laptop, and their name gets spelling mistake. Nothing can be done. Okay. If you type wrong name, you will get certificate by wrong name. It cannot be corrected. If you type a wrong email ID, you will not get the result email because we are not sending manually email. You are getting by system. And if you do not type correct email ID, then your certificate will also get delayed because system doesn't match. Sometimes you might have changed your email ID and you say, now I'm entering new email ID. Okay, we don't know, your certificate will get delayed. Okay. Certificate does not mention number of attempts. It does not mention the percentage of marks. Richa, good question. So if you are taken now, there are some students who have taken psychology counseling and child and adolescent counseling or school child parent counseling. Okay. So because you want two certificates. Okay. So for example, You want a title psychology counselor, you want this title school child parent counselor or child and adolescent counselor. So you will have to appear two exams. The books what you already have, from those books there will be two exams, one exam for psychology counseling and one will be for child and adolescent counseling, right? Both the exams will be MCQ 50 questions. Only fellowship students final exam is the theory exam, theory plus MCQ. Yes, Amrapali. Yes, correct, dear. How to read book? We will start, dear. We will start. Vital topics, some questions I will take. Percentage not mentioned. What about the result? You get on email immediately. Good question, Manju. So now at the end of 1 hour, will these questions get auto submitted? No. You have to click on the submit button. This submit button is visible only at the end. At the last question only, the submit button is visible. So you have to come scroll to down. Okay. Make sure you have a good network before submit. Immediately you will come to know the result. So it will be displayed on your face, on your computer. What is your result? If you are smiling, it means you have scored good marks. You will also get a email. Hard copy of the certificate, it takes 2 months. So good question, Suvira. For the spellings, you should write your correct spellings of the name, mobile, email. This is the most important three things. Remaining thing, you do any mistake, no problem, right? So if you enter some address by mistake incorrect, incomplete, or your address is going to change, you don't know, it's okay. Because before certificate dispatch, we ask you to fill the dispatch form. So in the dispatch form, you can change your address, no problem. Three things are more important. Your name, correct spelling, exactly what are the spelling. Sometimes some people, they write only first name. And then they say that, oh, I wanted certificate with full name. Hey, whatever name you entered in the exam, that is a name. Email ID must be same as you enter for registration. During registration, whichever email ID you used, you must enter that. You cannot change it. Mobile, if you are not able to log into your email ID, that is your problem. Go solve it. Okay. If you're sometimes some students they call and say, sir, I forgot my password. What can I do? Yeah, there is a reset password button. Yeah, that's the simplest thing. Sir, my inbox is full. What can I do? Yeah, delete everything. Yeah, and you solve your own problems. That is okay. Now, if you have some technical difficulty, like for example, technical difficulty maybe the link is not working, the link is showing expired. So most likely when the link is showing expired, it means you know what you have done. You have clicked the link once and now you are playing around. Okay. So you spoiled your one attempt. So don't let it happen because the system will capture your one attempt is gone. So in case if you score low, then next time very difficult. Okay. So don't do that. Be completely ready. Click on the link that time only. Now there can be a technical error that you had a network issue, something. Then you can WhatsApp. If we will solve it in 24 hours. Second technical error can happen is you have not received the link at all. It's 23rd. Okay. 22nd version 1, difficult version. 23rd, easy version. Now 23rd evening, you have not received the link. 5 p.m. Don't worry. WhatsApp me. We will solve it. Okay. So you will WhatsApp your name, email, and the course. So my manager, typically I'm traveling. So my WhatsApp is checked by many people. Accounts, logistics, everyone, exam people, they check my WhatsApp. So everyone has that login and someone will resolve that. Even if it is not resolved by next day, you can WhatsApp again or call me. After the exam, there is option to change the postal address if it happens. Don't worry. Before certificate dispatch, we will confirm your address. Don't worry. Ramya has asked an interesting question. If we do not submit within time, can we do it again? No, because your attempt is gone. The link works only one time. So the click is counted as attempt. The system doesn't count submit as the attempt. Okay. So you click the link and it's gone. You appear the exam, don't appear exam, that is your problem. Okay. Why you click the link? That's like that. System has been made like this. Result you will know immediately on the screen, on your smile, and in your email. Theory exam is also 100 marks. Yes. You don't need to fill any form or anything for the exam. All those students who are uh, for Feb batch, they will get the exam link. If you are not sure which whether you have exam in Feb, which month you have exam or something, you can WhatsApp me tomorrow. I will reply to it. Exam link will be emailed. Mentioned. So on 22nd, okay, probably I forgot it. So 22nd, 23rd, you get the exam link by email. Hard copy certificate. Yes. Any egg can you share with us to get an idea about how questions will be answered? Any egg? No, I share the chicken, not the eggs. Okay. Oh, example. EG is example. Okay. 50 questions. I do not understand. Yeah, write complete English. 50 questions, 60% marks. Which topic are scoring marks? Yeah, that's a good question, Vidam. I will answer that. Okay, so there is a question, shall we attempt exam from Android mobile or Apple mobile? So Apple mobile, if you appear, you score better marks. Yeah. Okay. So ask your husband, ask your parents to buy you Apple mobile. So because you have to score good marks, yeah. Instead of that, you can join psychotherapy or you can join internship. So instead of buying Apple phone, 1 year internship is also there. Yeah, Michelle, you have been like, tell.
So I just had a query. Like we said, we'll be having the fellowship students will have two exams, na MCQ. Now I have already appeared and I've already received all those certificates
Right.
previous.
Hmm.
So will I also receive two links or I'll only receive the final link now?
Good question. So fellowship students, they have two exams, one after 6 months, one after 1 year.
Right.
After 6 months is child exam. After 1 year is the final exam of fellowship. Now, in this final exam of fellowship, there are two links. Single email, but in that single email, you get two exams. One is theory, one is MCQ. Theory, you click, download the paper, save it in your laptop, type your answers 3 days, 4 days, and submit it back before the exam window closes. But before you submit theory paper, you have to appear MCQ. Okay. So MCQ link is also there. So you will appear MCQ. And both theory and MCQ will be 100 plus 100. It will be based on psychology book. For theory, marks are not given immediately. It takes time. Good. So Sarabjit is asking if you are in technical issue or something, what should you do? Wait till my window opens. Okay. So this opens 11 for exam days, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then WhatsApp your name, email, and which is the exam. We will solve it in 24 hours. If you have any technical difficulty on the last day, it is very difficult to be solved because the exam window, once it is closes, the exam team doesn't reply to us also. Good question, Gunjan. So Gunjan is asking like 10 minutes initially will go for filling your name, mobile details, and all those things. So remaining 50 minutes, 50 questions. You manage the time. 1 minute, one question. Okay. So you don't have time to open your book. You don't have time to Google. Only those people who receive will read it, will score good marks. Only those people who read it properly. Sejal, my dear, you have only MCQ exam. Kiran has asked a very interesting question. Sir, on what basis version 1 of exam paper, version 2 is decided? Those who are good students, those who have patience, they get version 2. Those who are like hyperactive. Sir, I need exam link. Now, some students today, they WhatsApp me, 22nd Jan, exactly 1 month before the exam. They are like, sir, I need exam link. Okay, I have added you for version 1. You will get exactly on 22nd. Yeah, okay. Very good. I like those students. Those are my favorite students. Very sincere. But you know, the interesting part, they are going to appear on the last day. And on the last day, they are going to face technical difficulty. And then they will call in the middle of night and I will block them. Yeah, I will block them literally and send them a polite reply. Um, avoid midnight messages, even if emergency. Visit your nearest hospital. Yeah. So that is my reply to those people. And then that technical difficulty is solved on the August month, after 6 months. Okay. So I'm really curious. You know, who are those people who WhatsApp me today? Yeah. So Namita, you talk to me tomorrow. I will help you personally. Alia, you also talk to me tomorrow. I will tell you. Radha, you also call me tomorrow. I will tell you, dear. Fellowship students, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, afternoon, you talk to me. I will help you. Saranya, you can what call me. I will. I have been helping you personally, but okay. Huh. Theory doesn't have time limit, dear. Remya has asked an interesting question. After reading the book, so symptoms are overlapping. For every condition, it feels that symptoms are there. Some symptoms are in me, some symptoms are in husband, and all those things. So it is very natural to happen. And you don't need to remember the symptoms. But there are some symptoms which are differentiating for a particular condition. You should know broadly that. So it is a mix of symptoms. It is a conglomeration. It is a constellation. So if you have this symptom, the name of the constellation is this, right? So it is not individual symptom you don't take into account. Yes, Pratima, you can change the answers, but time may be limited. You can change the answers. You can go back to previous question by clicking at the button down. Don't click at the top button back. So your exam ends. Yes, whatever name you mention in the certificate will be on in your exam will be in your certificate. Yeah, can you write proper English with correct grammar, please? I do not understand this scientific, non-scientific English. Those students who are not sure which is your exam window, you can WhatsApp me tomorrow afternoon. I will reply to you. Yes. Open the book. So this is exam brief over. Now we will take how to read the book, how to study well, how to prepare well. We will start now how to read the book, how to study well, how to prepare well, which are the important topics and which are important questions. I will help you personally. When you are reading the book, you will read it twice. One, first reading, you start from page one. When you read page one letter to the student, it builds a connection with the author. You will feel that author is talking to you. How many of you have started reading the book and feel that author is talking to you through this book? Write down in the chat. That feels very good. That's great. Because we are connected. Our hearts are connected. That's why you are able to hear the voice. Very good. There is a how to read this book. That page is also there. The video is also there. How to read this book. There is a detail about the internship, then detail about the psychotherapy program. Then the stories will start. Why does the coffee spill out of cup and everything? Every chapter there is a story. You can read this story for your own sake. If you are a teacher, you can tell this story to your children. If you conduct workshops, you can take these stories there. If you have children at home, you can read these stories to them. You will also learn. They will also learn. Very important aspect while you manage the insane, you maintain your sanity, right? You don't lose your mental status. Starting from chapter anxiety. So every chapter is divided into six components. Number one, what are the symptoms, diagnostic symptoms of each condition? So each chapter is one condition, and each condition is divided into six components. Diagnostic symptoms, medicine side effect. You can skip this. Medicine side effect is not asked for exam. And if you're not from healthcare background, you can skip it permanently. Third is, what are the common questions client will ask you and how to answer them. Fourth, how to manage the client, how to counsel the client. A conversation between client and counselor. So as a counselor, what are the things you will tell the client? Fifth is, what are the tips you should give to the client? So for every chapter, every condition, there are 20 to 50 tips I have given. Number six, what is the one statement you will tell the client so that client comes back to you next time? Before ending your presentation, you tell something, you say one statement to the client so that client comes back to you next. Now, which are the important conditions? Very easy. What are the general conditions? Those are important. Anxiety, stress, depression, bipolar disorder, OCD, ADHD in adult, ADHD in child, ADHD in adolescent, eating disorders. Done. So there are 9 chapters which are important. Other chapters also you can read for fun, and some questions may be there. Majority of the questions will be based around this. Anxiety, stress, panic disorder, minor depression, major depression. Technically, this is the whole book. This chapters on except 50 pages. The whole book is there. Right. So these are the important chapters. Now, what are the common questions? A middle-aged woman come to you and says she cancels her plans for outing on time. She wants to go outside. She likes friends. She plans it, but when it is time to step outside home, she cancels it. What do you think is the emotional turbulence or condition? Social anxiety, not social disorder. Social anxiety. So probably she may have generalized anxiety disorder. Now, to identify whether it is a generalized anxiety disorder, you will ask some more questions. You will ask her, tell me about your workplace. Tell me how your day goes on. Are you not able to sleep in the night? You find it difficult to sleep. Are there long or repetitive thoughts going on in your mind? You feel worrisome. You worry about future things which are not going to happen. Sometimes you find yourself that you are having trouble breathing or you find yourself breathless. All those questions you are going to ask. So the questions may be revolved around this. For example, directly it is given that this patient is a social anxiety. What is the next question you are going to ask to this client? So most likely the answer is all of the above. So what you should know two components, the diagnostic components and the management. Management means three parts. One is how to talk to the client, what are the tips you should give to the client, and what are the questions and how to answer that. Good, Gunjan. Questions will be direct. No trick question. Absolute no trick question. Okay. All the questions will be direct. Scenario based questions are also MCQ based questions. For anxiety, there is a technique called the meeting with the mirror, and ACT technique. So all of this you can read and apply it. If you're doing a workshop or you are making a TikTok reel or anything with the content from the book, you will put the acknowledgement of the book with the author. You can make people for conducting some workshops from the book, psychology book, not for marriage book. For psychology book, you can make the content, you can make the PPT for workshops for training people, but you have to acknowledge the author and the book in the letter which are visible to people, not in a very, very tiny font. Okay. You are not allowed to use the marriage relationship test and couple activities for any training, any workshop or group sessions. You can use it only on individual clients. Our content is copyright and we are very strict on this part. Eating disorders, some questions will be there. Autism, questions will be there. I missed out. Good, Veena. Thank you. And personality disorder, maybe one question or no questions. Because everyone reads the personality disorder, when you have to fight with your spouse, you are going to read it very well. You know what is your diagnosis. When you are reading, and everyone reads schizophrenia because it is such an interesting chapter that you want to label someone you don't like with schizophrenia, right? So you are going to read it. So that's why the questions are not asked. How to cope up with stress? Yes, eating disorders will include anorexia nervosa, bulimia, and all those conditions, and questions will be asked. No questions from schizophrenia. Now, coping with stress. Everyone come to this chapter, coping with stress. Now, there are some students who ask, sir, I want page number with the index of the book. Index of the book is there in the book. It is hidden. And you can find the page numbers and make your own index. Write the page numbers. So the book has been developed in a way so that you get excited, more and more excited to read the next chapter. How do you cope up with the stress? And what are the causes of the stress? What is the physical, psychological, and psychosocial impact of stress? Then 20 to 50, some tips to manage the stress. What you will tell the client. Now, have you noticed that anxiety, stress, panic disorders, right? So this is interlinked. It was supposed to be hidden actually. It was not supposed to be supposed in the class, my dear. Anyways, everyone has a different edition. So probably page number does not match. Anxiety. So what causes anxiety? Medicine side effect, which you don't need to read. Anxiety signs and symptoms. Hopelessness, no questions or one question. Now there is a technique in the book, trigger, solution, and avoidance. Technique for anxiety. So you can read, apply on your clients. So what you do in this technique, you write down what are your trigger. Now, when next time you face this trigger, either you want to face it head on or you want to avoid. What will be the acceptable solution for this? So acceptable solution can be avoidance or it can be head on face. If your style is avoidance, if a client style is avoidance, don't force the client, no, you face it. That doesn't help. It further increases the anxiety. The client will drop out. So ask the client what are the steps you're going to do to avoid it. There is a technique in the book called meeting with the mirror. So in the meeting with the mirror, what you do, you ask, you watch the mirror, you will see a person and you write down 5 good things about this person. You will praise this person. Okay, you look good, you are smart, you are talented, you are not as hopeless as you think, you are only little hopeless. And all those appreciation, whichever you want. Okay. At least you don't have a schizophrenia. All those appreciations, whichever you want to call yourself. Then you also write down five faults. Then five faults you will say probably that whatever you do wrong things, like if you are hopeless, you want to call yourself, yeah, you are not 100% hopeless, but 110% hopeless. All those bad things you want to talk about yourself and you write down. Then what are the things you are going to do to live with that? So that is meeting with the mirror. Then there is one more thing about how to acknowledge problems and accept. So it's very easy. First, you acknowledge that there is a problem, yes, and then you write down what is the problem. Then what this problem will do, how you can solve this problem. What are the ways? One way, two way, three ways, whatever ways is there. Then, if you now, sometimes some problems can be solved, or some problems take their time to solve. During this time, how you are going to live with this problem as long as it is unresolved. So what are the steps you are going to take, right? So what is the problem with anxiety? See, I tell you now, focus, stop writing. Anxiety, stress. When you have, wait up. When you have anxiety, what you do, you think of future events. You think, continuously you think. There is a train of thoughts going on. It releases a lot of hormones, stress hormones in your body, cortisol, adrenaline. Your rate will increase. Your respiratory depth will decrease. Your heartbeat will increase. You want to cut this cycle. If you do not cut this cycle, this anxiety will lead to stress. Because there is a cortisol and adrenaline in your body, this further leads to more anxiety. Because you are having a negative thoughts, because you are having worrisome thoughts, fear about future, you are continuously thinking, it will further lead to anxiety. It will further lead to stress. So there is a vicious cycle. Anxiety, negative thoughts, worrisome thoughts, cortisol, adrenaline, stress, again anxiety. So you need to cut it. How will you cut? You need, problem is you are having high increased heart rate. You are having increased respiratory rate. Heart rate you cannot control directly, but respiratory rate you can control. So you will start taking deep breaths. Complete deep breaths you take and complete breathe out. You control your breath. If you control your breath, it will excite your vagus nerve. When it excites vagus nerve, it will decrease your respiratory rate, it will decrease your heart rate. It will increase depth of breathing. This is a very powerful way to reduce your anxiety. Then there are other 20 ways mentioned in the book to reduce your generalized anxiety, including eating something, then splashing your face with the cold water, exercise, walk in the garden, doing something, cooking, learning some new hobby, pets, okay, cuddling, all those things. Now, this anxiety or the traumatic, sometimes the traumatic events, they also lead to anxiety because you were not born like this, okay. Now, this can lead to post-traumatic stress disorder. This is important part of your exam, post-traumatic stress disorder. What is PTSD? What are the symptoms of PTSD? What are the causes of PTSD? And who are at risk factors? Who are at risk? Causes means someone is there, something happened, and this caused PTSD. Risk factors mean the same thing happened to two people, but one person develops PTSD, one person does not develop PTSD. So these are called risk factors. Then what are the symptoms of PTSD? How you diagnose and what is the management of PTSD? Okay. So now what is why PTSD or any condition is happening? Now stop writing, focus now. Anxiety, stress, depression, PTSD, overeating, less eating, all those, these are superficial things. These are emotional turbulence. They are happening because of certain emotional trauma. In your life, you had certain event, either emotional trauma or some scenario where you were broken, your soul was broken, your heart was broken, you were betrayed by someone, or you had to suffer something. Okay. Now this leads to start of your emotional turbulence in life. Now, because you are having this emotional turbulence, you are living life like this, dysfunctional life. You are not able to get up from the bed, you are not doing your work, you are not earning so much as you should have earned, you are not studying properly, you are not taking care of your family, you are not taking care of you, you are not paying attention to your business or job. These are all dysfunctions. So if you take help early, these dysfunctions will be gone and you will live a better life. Okay. So now there are two types of help in this. One is help to manage your daily emotional turbulence. Whatever turbulence is happening, anxiety, stress, low mood, anger, irritability. So there are some steps for you, lifestyle changes, meeting the counselor, opening up your heart, listening to them, then taking some tips from the counselor. These are, you can manage your superficial symptoms, daily emotional turbulence. But if you need to heal it yourself completely, emotional trauma, then you need to take psychotherapy sessions. Now, there are three types of emotional trauma. One is the trauma which is long, deep buried. You don't want to touch it because the client has moved on in your life. The client has forgotten and deep buried. So it's better not to touch because it is so traumatic. You don't want to heal everything. You are a human being. You are going to have some traumas. And not every trauma is to be touched and open and healed. Right? The second type of trauma is the trauma which is channelizing the client's energy, your energy to do good things in life. You were fired from some job, you landed up a better job. You were bullied, you were removed from a class, you started Walt Disney, you were left by your girlfriend, you became president of US, you were removed from a particular class and called a dumb maths class and you earned Nobel Prize. So that is the second type of emotional trauma. The emotional trauma which you are using to channelize your energy and do good things in life. There is a third type of emotional trauma. This emotional trauma is leading to your present symptoms. This is leading to your present emotional turbulence and your dysfunction in life. You need to heal this. To heal this, there are various techniques. So there are two types now. Either you erase this memory. There is a traumatic memory, you erase this. There are techniques for that. It is covered, it is mentioned in the psychotherapy syllabus in the book. It is covered in a different program, psychotherapy, psychodynamics, and experiential psychotherapy. Classes for which are on Sundays. So what you learn is one is either how you erase this emotional trauma. Number two, there are techniques to replace this traumatic event with some other memory or change the script, change your memories. Now, what will happen when you have a new memory? Earlier, you used to, because of this old traumatic event, old memory, you used to respond in a certain way. You used to behave in a certain way. You had negative defense mechanism, negative coping mechanism. You had anger, guilt, fear, shame, disappointment, frustration. Now that will go because you have this new memory in you. It is formed, so you behave differently. That is one aspect. Second aspect, you also learn the techniques for increasing emotional bank balance. Right? Someone who has gone through the same event, someone can bounce back again, and the other person collapses because they have different emotional bank balance. Now, some events in happen in your life, or daily something is happening in your life, right? Either at home or either at office or neighbor or whatever relatives. So some people they are able to manage this stress because they have good emotional bank balance. Some people they cannot manage because they have very poor emotional bank balance. So there are techniques to improve emotional bank balance. The third aspect is neuroplasticity. So what is neuroplasticity? So our brain stores the memories as images. So to change these images, you need to work at the level of new synapses, right? New neurons. So you are able to change how you respond to those. You are able to change these images. So neuroplasticity. So in psychotherapy, in experiential psychodynamics and psychotherapy, you learn CBT, you learn subcognitive behavior therapy, which acts as a subconscious level. You learn neuroplasticity and you learn psychodynamics. Those who are interested to learn this technique, they can WhatsApp me tomorrow. Good question, Dr. Rutu. So reasons for good or the high or poor emotional bank balance may be multiple things. It can be some emotional traumas. It can be the way you are, your makeup, your emotional makeup. It can be because of socio-economic status, education status, moral support, how you bounce back in your life again. Earlier, when you had the trauma, it depends on lifestyle, it depends on uh, food intake also. Someone who is a gluten free, someone who is lactose free will have a higher emotional bank balance naturally. Home environment, correct. CBT, Kanchan, CBT does not work on subconscious level. CBT works only at conscious level. That is a problem in CBT. Very good question, Kanchan. Kanchan is asking whether CBT works at subconscious. No, CBT works at conscious level. Now, someone is behaving in a particular way from a conscious mind. Now, if you tell them, hey, stop behaving this way, you behave this way, they are not going to do that. They will have their conscious resistance, cognitive resistance. Someone who thinks negatively, you cannot tell them that, hey, stop thinking negatively, you think positively. Hey, so, because they are thinking in a particular way. So, they will not have their willpower. They will not have motivation to change their thinking. That's why cognitive fails in many clients, psychology clients, right? Someone who is a leadership role or manager, you can tell them, you stop thinking negatively, you start thinking positively, and they will be also like, yeah, right? But someone who is like anxious, stressed, depressed, and you tell them, hey, stop thinking negative, think positively, it doesn't work, right? So what you need is you need subconscious therapy also. So there is something called subcognitive therapy, which is a part of psychotherapy program. In that subcognitive, you learn to heal emotional traumas at subconscious level. And when you heal that, then your behavior pattern changes. Then your defense mechanism changes. How you respond to scenarios, it changes. Dr. Trupti, I have answered that question. It is a second type of emotional trauma. Yeah. Next chapter, ADHD. Every day you read one chapter from the book. Don't read it like, oh my God, I have to read. Don't read it like very sincere student. Read it like a novel. Read it for fun. Read it for knowledge. And read it superficially. During first reading, you will always have confusion. You will not understand things. You will forget. Some terminologies you will not know. It's okay. Read it. Objective is to get the essence of the chapter. By the time you come to the management of that topic, you will understand. ADSD. If for ADSD, there are three chapters. One is ADSD general, then ADSD in child and adolescent, and ADSD in adults. All the three chapters you read, questions are not asked like a difficult question like, okay, what is the difference between ADSD child? No. Questions are very straightforward. Maybe a scenario will be given, and then you are asked, what is the diagnosis? Maybe scenario will be given, then it will be asked, what is the one question you will ask to find out the diagnosis? Maybe scenario is given, you will be asked, what is the management? Okay. What is the page number for ADSD? Those who are not replying, I will understand they don't have the book with them. Now, very interesting factor here. In ADHD chapter, what the author has done is that ADHD, one thing, then ADHD in adult and ADHD in child and adolescent. That is okay. There is one step ahead now. ADHD versus autism, ADHD versus bipolar disorder, ADHD versus anxiety. The problem with ADHD is that, like, someone can say the child is moving, rocking in the chair, and doing this, not sitting. It can be anxiety. It can be child. It may not be ADHD, right? Someone like a lower spectrum of autism disorder, someone can misdiagnose anything. So how do you differentiate? Now, ADHD people, they have their bouts of anxiety. They have their bouts of depression. And that's why you need to differentiate between ADHD versus depression, ADHD versus anxiety. You will read this. Many people, they believe that for ADHD, you need to start medicine. These are non-healthcare people. If you go to any doctor, psychiatrist, they will say, no, your ADHD does not need medicines. They will be hesitant to give you medicine because medicine side effect will start immediately and the beneficial effect takes some time. Problem one. Problem two, the beneficial effects will rise initially, then they start declining. So you need to increase the dose. When you increase the dose, side effects also increases. Number three, you cannot take medicines for lifetime because of the side effects and dependency. You have to learn live your life normally without medicine. So ADHD does not need medicine. ADHD needs managing your life by living as a ADHD person. What is ADHD? The person cannot put attention to one thing. No, you focus your mind. Do. Okay. Maybe you meditate. Maybe you pray daily. Maybe you get involved in the activity which involves slow things. Painting, music, writing, something like that. Or cleaning your house, cooking food, which requires discipline. Okay. Involve your ADHD child for cooking. The child will learn the discipline of cooking. You cannot throw things like this because you're not paying attention. You have to follow a rhythm. Yeah. Now, ADHD people, the other problem is they keep on jumping from one target to other. So when they grow adult, they have to force themselves to stick to one job. When they are child, they have to stick to one game. Okay, you cannot play game because you are always fighting with other children. So you stick to your studies and you stick to one book at a time. Okay. Being a ADHD child, I always used to have like heaps of book at my table. Then I realized I'm not studying. It was my self-diagnosis, a self-awareness. No one diagnosed me as ADHD, okay? Thankfully. Otherwise, I would have been somewhere else. So I realized, no, this too many books, I'm getting distracted. I will make a rule. One book, one table, end. So from my bag, I used to take one book, finish this book, the chapter or the homework which I have to finish, then put it inside and then take out the next book. Right. So this habit helped me in long run. So when I started writing the books, I never jump from writing one book to another. I will finish this first book. Okay. If I'm talking on one call, I have two, three phones. So if I'm talking on one call, I will not answer the other call. Wait. If I'm replying to this one WhatsApp, I will stick to that. If I'm doing one thing, I will stick to that. And there is a tendency for multitasking, ADHD person. You have to force yourself. No, do one thing at a time. Okay. So multitasking may be watching TV, watching YouTube reels, plus talking to one student and typing something on the laptop. Yeah. So this happens some days. And ADHD people, they can live a normal life or maybe better life because they have something which gives them more energy. So you have to channelize your energy to do something good in the one segment. Focus on that. Yes, dear. Anushri, I will take it. You will know, Vishali. This marriage book, couple activity book, relationship test. You know, the best part, those who learn relationship test with us. In the market, so I'm answering Vishali's question, sir, which are the other? In the market, what is happening? The marriage counselors, they talk from their own wisdom. They watch some Saas Bahu serial and they teach the counselor how to fight systematically or better. That is the wrong way. Then they watch Big Boss and they see how to fight better. Wrong way of marriage counseling. The correct way of marriage counseling is you find out what is the problem between the couple by using very scientific relationship test. So in the syllabus, there are 20 relationship tests. 25 now. The new book has 25 relationship tests. And to solve the problem, there are couple activities. So there are relationship tests. So our marriage counselors, they learn this 25 relationship tests to identify whether there is a problem in each relationship test is for respect, trust, compatibility, goal sharing, affection, love, all those things, right? Common interest. And there are like 25 things. So once you do that, you are able to engage the client for 5 sessions for one test. You are supposed to do around 3 tests for one client. You can engage the client for 15 sessions. That is the reason our marriage counselors, they earn more because they are able to engage the client for 15 to 20 sessions with this relationship test and couple activity. And then with this finding of relationship test, you are able to identify what is a problem between the couple. When you identify the problem, you are able to open up their communication to solve the problem. You learn all those steps. And in couple activity, you give them couple activity, this couple activities to improve your trust, this couple activities to reduce boredom, this couple activities to rekindle passion, all those. So you become a scientific, non-prejudice, non-judgmental, good level, successful marriage counselor when you use relationship test and couple activities. Any question till now? Yes, Pratima. All 6 months program, they have only MCQ exams. Only fellowship people, they have theory plus MCQ dear. I will take that. So you want to do this square and rectangle breathe now? Everyone? Yeah, we do this. I will bring one rectangle and one square from the back. Give me a second. So this is a painting I just made recently on Sankrant. So we'll do breathing. Okay. So when I do this, you will breathe in, and when I do height, you will breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So start everyone, sit comfortably. When you breathe in, you will breathe in with stomach. Stomach should come out. Okay. Mouth or nose, no problem. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So you will not empty your lungs. You are breathing in more and you are breathing out less. Breathe more, breathe out less. So you are retaining carbon dioxide. When you retain the carbon dioxide, it, it accumulates in the blood as bicarbonate and it stimulates your breathing further. It stimulates your midbrain, it stimulates your vagus nerve. It will relax you further, this bicarbonate. And when it relaxes you, it will decrease your heartbeat, it will decrease your respiratory beat, respiration rate, It will increase your depth of respiration. It will lower your cortisol level. It will lower your BP. It will lower your stress. So the breathing exercise, when you breathe in more, breathe out less. Right? Yesterday, Sunday. So this is Sunday spending. I'm going to put it on the post in the YouTube. Please comment on the post. Whatever name you want to give to this painting and that painting. So it will be on the channel in the post. You can comment with the name which you want to give to the painting. Which is the best part you liked in this painting? Also mention in the comment. If you're watching this YouTube recording, you can mention here. And if you're just seeing the post, you mention there also. This was, I thought initially it is very easy painting, but when I started doing it, it turned out to be very difficult. Okay, so the lights and all those things. Finally, it turned out to be good. So I was very satisfied. It took a lot of efforts. You liked it? Which is the best part you liked in this painting? It's there in my catalog as well. What's up? And this painting, yeah. There is one more painting. I will show it in the next class. It is also done recently. Star Trek. Nice. So you mentioned the name of the painting, whichever name you want to give in the you on the YouTube channel. I was also satisfied, I didn't imagine that this will turn out to be so good. Yeah. So it took a lot of efforts. And in the middle, I said it two times at least. Oh my God, this painting is turning out to be very difficult. Yeah, I said it to myself loudly, which is like I acknowledge it. Yeah, it's difficult. But I was like, I will not give hope. I will keep trying. What will happen? It will not turn out to be as good as I want, but I will try. I kept trying. Then umbrella was not good, and I had to repair the umbrella at least 4 or 5 times. 4 or 5 times I did mistake with the umbrella. It is such a tiny thing. This actually, technically, the difficult part in this painting is the lights. Actually, right? The reflection. The reflection of the light was second difficult. The umbrella, the girl is the third difficult. Umbrella was supposed to be the easiest. Hey, what is the problem? Is it just a circle here? But actually, it took me 4 or 5 attempts to make the umbrella correct. So I did 4 or 5 times error. And other things, though difficult, I was able to do that. And somehow this reflection part in the on the road, somehow I could do very easy. Yeah, yeah, I also like the lights. So sometimes it happens that things which are seemingly easier, they they are difficult to do. Okay, so very good. Paintings and waiting for you to write the answers. So this is classic example of ADHD. Yeah. And if you are able to diagnose it, you are a good counselor. Yeah, good Amrapali. I will repeat the exam date. Exam date is 22nd Feb to 27th Feb, tentative. It is MCQ pattern, 1 hour, no negative marks, 60 minutes, 50 questions. You will get the exam link on 22nd or 23rd. When you click the exam link, exam starts, one attempt is gone, and you have 1 hour remaining to submit the answers. If you are in a technical difficulty, you will wait till 11 a.m. the next day. You will WhatsApp your name, email, and course name, and we will send you the new exam link. If your technical difficulty on the last day, it will be solved after 6 months. If you have technical difficulty in the middle of night, you will not WhatsApp, you will not call. You will wait. You can go to nearest hospital or do some breathing exercise, but you will not call in the middle of night. Anytime you can appear the exam within those 5 days, day or night, anytime. A Vishali is called autism, na? Seriously. Maybe something else. No problem. Should we now you read this book very fast. If you want, I will take up the chapters so that it becomes easy for you. Okay, the objective of today's session is so that it becomes easier for you to read the book on your own. There are many people who highlight the disease, anxiety, stress, panic disorder, PTSD, ADHD in adult, ADHD in child, OCD, bipolar disorder, eating disorder. These are the common conditions you should know. Panic disorder, PTSD, anxiety, stress, depression, these are common. Child book. For the child book, you will read it twice, like a novel, finish, and very simple and direct questions will be there. So you are a school counselor, and a mother comes to you with these complaints. What will you tell the mother? What you will not tell the mother? What you will tell the mother not to do? Okay. So scenario-based questions. The child has not done the assignment. 3 times you had told the child. The child is not ready for the play, does not remember the lines of the play. Okay. Now, as a teacher, what you will do? As a school counselor, what you will do? As a school counselor, what you will not do? Okay. A mother comes to you and says that to get the work done, I give chocolate to the child every time. What is it? What is the problem here? What you will not do? What you will tell the mother to do instead? All those types. Easy questions here. Don't be worried of exam. Yes. If you have taken both the courses parallelly, psychology and child, then you will have two exams. If you have only child, then you will have single exam from the both book. Now, there are some people who have taken child and adolescent counseling as a course initially, but they wanted this title and this certificate also, psychology counselor. So they have added this also because you are reading both the books anyway. So it's better to take up psychology counseling certificate additionally. And when you do that, you get at a discounted price. So if you want to add it, you can WhatsApp me because anyways you are reading both the books. And there are some students who are psychology counseling student. The child book is so easy that and so small book that you add that. Okay, so they add this. So in that case, you have two exams, but technically the book you are reading the same book for both the exams, right? So syllabus is what I told you, the chapters majorly, and diagnostic symptoms and the management part. Yes, Shivan. If you're not received, you can WhatsApp me. If you're not received any book, I will check. Tomorrow afternoon, you WhatsApp me after 1 p.m. I will check if that is delayed or some error is there. I will do that. Yeah, you can. So you take up parallelly. So that is a good thing because parallel studies you are doing, if you take up, that's good. Now there are two approaches. A student one who will do psychology plus marriage plus psychotherapy in next 6 months, and she learn all the modalities, and she is able to cater to those clients. Right now, there is another student who is like, I will do one thing, then second thing, third thing. She takes 1.5 years. By the time 1 year comes, she loses her passion because not started helping people. Versus the first student, like those, how many of you, those who have taken psychology or child plus marriage plus psychotherapy, please write down in the chat how many of you are done. So what they do in next 6 months, they learn all three modalities, which is comfortable, feasible to learn easily and comfortably. Even if you are working, 50% of them are working. You can do it. And after 6 months or within while doing this course, you start the internship. When you start internship, you get the life lessons to practice on, and that increases your passion further. You get the blessing. When you heal others, you get their blessings. When you help others, you feel happiness. So that is a correct approach to take multiple things so that in a short time you learn maximum things. Okay. Very good, Sorbit. And the best part is that the psychotherapy program, when you attend Sunday classes for psychotherapy, you watch my demo, you explain the effect of demo, that demo itself heals you. Then you can heal others. How many of you, those who are psychotherapy students, feel that the classes itself are healing you? Write down in the chat, healing me or healed me. Whatever is happening. If you are getting healed, you can write healing me. Healed me, very good, very good. Yeah, write down in the chat. So Kiran has tried on testing on some people also. Very good. I can guess whom she has started with. Good. Very good, Saujanya. Now there is a chapter on autism, and then you read this book. Okay. So do you want to continue the class? Do you want to see one more painting? Closed. Which painting out of this you want to see? Do you recognize this painting? You know, where is this painting you are saying? It is in your home also. All those students who are watching this, they have this painting at your home. Where is it? Book cover. Correct. It's on the book. Yeah. It's on the book cover. And this painting is there on the couple activity book. Do you want to see it close? Yeah, I will bring it. Wait. Couple activity book. Which is the best part you liked in this painting? So this painting is there in the book couple activities. The couple you liked? Very realistic. The flames, the fire. Yeah. Yeah. So it takes a lot of time. Actually, surprisingly, when I started, I also thought this flame will take more time and difficult because I wanted this flame to look very realistic. But somehow it turned out to be easier actually. So sometimes, we think only because of our anxiety and our upbringing, we think things are very difficult. It's not that. So when we start trying it, things become easier. Right? The tent was difficult. I don't know why, but the tent was difficult. I wanted to make it realistic. I wanted lantern inside the tent, but the lantern should not be visible. The signs of lantern should be there. The glow of the lantern should be there, and the shadow of the lantern. Yeah, yeah. And sometimes, we are afraid of, like, everything is good, but then suddenly you are using the black color, right? The trees, the black color. And suddenly there is a fear that, oh my God, if this black color will spoil my painting, I have to be very careful. But you have to trust yourself. You have to take next step because you have a vision that this painting will look like this. A realistic painting will look if this couple is sitting in a forest watching the meteors and the star. This trees must be there and it is going to look black. So you have to trust your vision and take that risk. It it is always a risk with the black color. This painting will get spoiled. It has happened with me. This painting here, it is kept here. You can see this. It got little bit spoiled. Okay. Yeah, this is canvas. Yeah, very. This painting will be there on the new book. It will come on Amazon by mid-Feb, before mid-Feb. This book will come on Amazon and this painting will be there. I will show you. Oh, that blue painting you want to see? It's in the catalog. Blue is not in the catalog. This is there in the catalog. Catalog means, those who do not know, in my WhatsApp profile, you can click on my name and the catalog will be visible. You can see all the paintings. Yes. So one book is there, other books are not yet because I was like always a modest. So I'm like, no need for branding. But now I'm putting it on Amazon also. Vishali, you don't need to buy couple activity book from Amazon because you are a student of marriage counseling and you are going to get it dear. So you already paid for it. You don't need to buy it. Okay. So this blue painting you want to see? Okay, out of this one painting I will show. Which one you want to see? This is called complete time pass session. Huh. Why it is not visible? That's why. Like, so that's how our mind works. ADSD. Yeah. Now I'm fighting the ADSD. I'm focusing on one thing only, showing painting, not teaching. Close the book and only focus on one thing, painting. So this is how I manage. Constellation painting. Where is the constellation painting? Hey, Sojanya, okay, you want to see that constellation painting? Okay, I will show you that. Right. So this is a painting. Actually, this I'm not so much satisfied with this black street. This footpath. The reflection is not so good. So I was not satisfied. Then second error is the water drops. These water drops look like something else. Okay. So I was not so much satisfied with this painting. So there are some errors. Yeah. This one is good. Yeah. There is a girl sitting here on a swing. I don't know how she reached there in the middle of the river. I don't know, but she has reached there. The background, yeah, that's fine. and the blue painting which you wanted. So without brush, if you look carefully, you will understand what is the theme. What is the name of this painting? Yeah, snow. Okay, no, it is not snow actually. These are trees. Can you see this? These are trees. This is a black and white painting actually. Monochromatic. Only one color is visible, blue. But this is a forest. Can you not see the trees, the forest? Yeah, and there is a rain, probably ice. Okay, probably that also. So when I started this painting, it was supposed to be the forest, the rain, and not ice actually. But now when I see it, yeah, you are right. So somehow uh, it looks like ice. Okay, this everything looks like ice. Yeah, there is a reflection. Yeah, Asha, I liked your question. I don't know how to answer that. Okay, so sometimes when you are single in the painting, you can. I have some paintings like this painting. There is a family here. Yeah, couple and there are two children. They are fishing, and here also is the family. But so this is a painting which is there in video. You can search Life's Play painting. So there is a story behind this painting. This painting also got error. Initially, when I started, me and my daughter both started this painting, and we did some errors. I mean, I did some error, and it had to be corrected. So finally, it turned out to be very good. Okay, it's there. The video is there. If you search Life's Play, yeah. If you search Life's Play, painting Life's Play on YouTube, you will find this video. So all the details on a small canvas. This canvas size is small as compared to other canvas. This is a smaller canvas. Tree with the swing. Yeah, tree with the swing. Okay. So enjoy. So I also enjoyed today's session. Or Radha has already found it. Good. Thank you, Radha. So nice of you, Manju. Okay, Canvas is available on Amazon. Can buy on Amazon. Camlin is, I tried multiple companies. Camlin is the best for Amazon. For brush, Pidilite or Fevicryl is best. The same company which makes Fevicol. And for colors, uh, Monte Marti is good, little costly. Otherwise, Camlin is also good. Okay. Sojanya, I am young. So nice of you, Saranya. On the channel, I have posted this painting. Please go and name this painting there. Okay. And I'm posting one more now. Where is it? Should be